Hi guys, so my hardener arrived. Generic hardener. I don't think there's any English on it. I did see somewhere a word similar to resin and accelerator, so I'm relatively confident that's the right one. So I'm going to try and do it now and show you, in case this happens to anyone else, how to do it. I've done it a few times, but I'm not an expert by any means. There's a few things you need. Gloves are really important because it gets everywhere. I don't care how good you are, you're going to get messy. Vinyl gloves are best, but I haven't got any, so I'm just going to use an old pair of gardening gloves. Sandpaper, that's to sandpaper the area around the hole. You can see there I've already done that, and I'll do it a little bit more. But a nice, go beyond where you need to put the resin. Otherwise, if the resin's put on a really shiny surface, it will just eventually peel back at that bit. I think it will be fine, but you're better off going over where you need so that it creates that really good bonding surface. You need a brush or a couple of brushes, because if you pause between coats, your brush is going to go hard. Some stirrers, the resin, the hardener, a mixing bowl here, and your pre-cut sheets of fiberglass. Now, the way I've always done it in the past, whether it's right or not, I don't know, is I put a smaller bit over the main hole and then a larger piece over that. So if you imagine that's the hole. And the reason for that is this: it leaves the first coat. It means that the edge of that coat is covered over completely by the new bit, and it's just seems stronger to me. So pre-cut those, and that's all your stuff ready. You have to work relatively fast. The hardener mix is about 1 to 10, so 10 parts resin to 1 part hardener. You can use more. Basically what will happen is it will go off quicker and you'll have less working time, but you can, some people use 1 for 1, but I'm going to probably just go for 1 in 10. I'm not worried about it going hard too quick. It's fine. In fact, I want to work it. I'm probably going to do one side, let that go off, and then the other side. So what I'll do is I will put a coat of resin on here once I've mixed it, clean the surface off so it's all nice and clean. Then put a coat, so yeah, I want to get rid of all the dust on there so you don't have any dust, because that will just create a barrier between the resin and the fiberglass resin and the surface. So clean it off. I will put a coat of resin on, then apply the fiberglass, and then using the brush it so it's nice and flat with resin. So dip your brush in, brush, and then you can, if you like, put your brush into white spirit, or I guess gasoline would do the same thing, and any solvent, just to keep it from going hard. But then you need to make sure all of that is out, because if the solvent mixes with the next coat, it will stop the stuff going off properly. So like I say, you do actually have to work quite quickly, but I'm basically going to sacrifice this brush and this pot, just doing one side quite quick and then get another one, because they're all old brushes anyway and they're no good. So I'm going to put this on some sort of time lapse, I guess, and then hopefully you'll get the gist of it. But that's pretty much it. Nice and dry surfaces, scratched off to create that bonding surface. Make sure everything's clean and dry, and then you're good to go. So let's see how it goes. So there you have it. That's that side done. I did try and save the brush afterwards, but it's just gone. There's no point trying to save it sometimes. And that was less than 5 minutes ago, and it's already hard. So I don't know if I captured how much hardener I put in there. I think I did, but about 1 to 10 did the trick. I got a few bits, drips and stuff, but it'll be underwater. They'll be rock hard in the next couple of hours. So just try and keep it nice and clean, have no straggly bits that are sticking up, and don't worry about putting it on too thick. I mean, ideally I should have done this obviously laying down, and that's the way to do it. I just couldn't sit the iPad on there and film easily doing that, so I did it at this angle. But ideally that would have been on a horizontal surface, you wouldn't have got any drips or anything. I'll do the back like that. So as you can see, it's already going hard. It's lovely and hot, which means the accelerator or the hardener's working, which is good. You've got 2 layers over the hole, so I'm really pleased with that. I will do the reverse now, and then tomorrow I will put the pond back in once it's really cured, and put all the stuff back in. So I'll catch up with you then. I won't worry about doing another time lapse on the other side, but hopefully if you are interested in repairing one of these, that there is going to be stronger than this, because it was really thin on this section, and there was a plant pot up here, and I think what's probably happened is, as I've adjusted stuff, I had a big rock for newts and frogs and stuff to climb out on, and I think I must have dropped that rock, and it was really thin at this point, the actual pond, and I think it's just jabbed itself through. But now there's going to be 4 layers of resin and fiberglass. This is going to be far stronger than anything else on here, so I'm really confident in that. So I'll do the other side, and the next shot you'll see will be me putting the pond in tomorrow, hopefully. Cheers, I'll see you in a second. So there we go, this is the next day now, and it's all lovely and complete here. Really hard, there's 4 layers on it now. I'll turn it over here, you'll see the other side. Completely repaired, and like I say, better than it was before. Really tough. So now we'll get to put the pond back in and move all the stuff up. So I was just getting the pond ready to move up into the repaired pond to move all this stuff back in, and I noticed the smallest baby newt. There are plenty of them in here, but this is just about the smallest newt I've seen, babies, that's obviously now breathing air and hasn't got gills, whereas the ones under the water there, I don't know if you can see, I think you can there, they still have gills, but this little guy or girl hasn't, and she's absolutely tiny. In fact, probably too tiny to touch. I don't want to injure her, it's very delicate, but she's obviously trying to get out of the pond because she's fully formed. I've never seen one that small trying to do that. It just shows you that you can learn stuff every day. And this place is full of these now. If I take you here, you can see them all kind of swimming around. But this is when you think this pond has been in since, well, probably February, March, April sort of time this year, and it's already got baby newts in it. So if you put water in your garden, you will get life. And this having them in here makes it a bit tricky, because I've got to be extremely careful with them not to injure them, either by moving the water or pouring the water back into the pond, or just, you know, just in general really, when I decant this water back in. So it was interesting though to see a little tiny newt like this, and it's kind of encouraging to know that, you know, you can have a part of its reproduction. Oh, there you go, in your own garden. Boy, that was hard work. Struggle and a half trying to get that in there without any of the sides falling down, because it was all loose. You could probably see there it was all loose, and it kept falling underneath. We had to keep clearing it out, but finally got it in there. It's relatively level, which is good. and the water doesn't appear to be leaving it. No bubbles or anything. I've just got a few more buckets to top it up. Put some new rocks on the rockery there. The logs back in, and all the exits are in case anything needs to leave, like that little newt did. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you found that interesting, but if you did, please like and subscribe and ring the bell and share, because we are almost there and we want to get remonetized to save rainforests. So I'll catch up with you soon. The posts are all in on the deck. I don't know if you can see those galvanized posts there. Put those in yesterday. My neck's feeling a little bit better, so that's good. So they're all in. The next video will probably be the deck going in, to be honest. But I'll keep in contact and we'll speak soon. Cheers.